Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. It's been a while, international break and all that. Just as the season starts to get going and you're getting a bit of rhythm and you're getting used to going back to games and you're getting excited about the season, they always throw this daft international break back in the mixer and it knocks you back a little bit. To be honest, in international breaks, I struggle for content. I don't know really what to say. I'm not one of these that's going to jump on and just talk bollocks for half an hour because, I've not really got anything to say. But England's had a couple of good games under new manager Carsley. I feel like Jack Grealish obviously got his goal in Ireland, which he's going to love that. I feel like Carsley's gone in a different direction with the England team, so it's refreshing to see, especially after the summer with Gareth getting to the final again and just getting beat like a damp squib. I feel like Carsley's got his finger on the pulse regarding the youth setup in England, and a lot of players respect him. So, yeah, why not? Different direction. But anyway, the big boys are back this weekend. Manchester City versus Brentford at home. We're looking forward to getting to the Etihad and continuing our great start to the season. Some good news in the fact that Phil Foden is back from illness. Nobody really knew what was wrong with him. You heard some daft rumours and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, he's back, he's training. It's great to have Phil in the squad. Rodri, he got some minutes for Spain, so he's ready to go. And let's not forget, we've started the season really, really well, and we haven't had Rodri or Foden anywhere near the squad. Not heard any update on Savinho yet. I believe he could be fit. So we're looking forward to seeing him in action at home. He picked up a little knock, so we missed him. But other than that, I feel like we're getting our strongest team back. It's a good start after the international break. Brentford at home. But we can't be too confident with Brentford because we've done that before and we have come unstuck. Before the World Cup a few years ago, they came to the Etihad and absolutely hammered us, to be fair. So it will be a tough game. It will be tricky. We can't relax and switch off. We need to be on it again. Obviously, Big Earl, the Viking, has started so well. Erling's had some tragic news this week. There's a big friend of his, I think he was called Edgar Ivar. You would have seen him with Erling all the time. Small fellow with glasses on. He's always with Alfie and Haaland in the box. Every time Erling is anywhere, PFA awards, signing contracts, this guy's with him. I believe he's a big friend of his dad's, like his best friend. I think he calls him his uncle. He passed away. I spoke to Edgar in Copenhagen with my friend, and we said to him, make sure Real Madrid don't phone up for Haaland. And he said, no. When Real Madrid calls, we don't answer the phone. So that was my one and only moment with him. I seen that he'd passed away. I believe that Manchester City have given Haaland compassionate leave if he wants it. But knowing that guy's always with him and supporting him, I believe he's probably going to play in memory of him. I feel like he's going to score and dedicate it to him. But yeah, tragic. He can only be a young fella. And like you say, if Haaland doesn't decide to play, everyone will fully understand. You know what I mean? It's if your head's not on the game and you're not right after something like that, then, we'll back him as fans and the club will back him. But I hope he gets out there and does great things for him, you know what I mean, and dedicates some goals to his memory. So, yeah, other than that, that can be the only doubt, you know what I mean? I'm not expecting anybody else. But what would you do as fans with the team? Would you keep it as it is? Would you bring Gundogan in because we're at home? Would you rest De Bruyne? Would you make a little change at the back? John Stones needs minutes. Would you bring him in? Let me know what you think in the comments. Or do we just stick to the same team? They got a little bit of rhythm about them. Rico Lewis, playing for England the other night. It's great to see. Makes you so proud as a Manchester City fan when you can see one of your own in the England squad. And this season playing right back, I think this is Rico's time to take that position. We know Kyle Walker's a great fullback. He's probably one of the best, if not the best, the Premier League's ever seen. But this is the time for Rico. He's been patient. He's been in and around the squad. He gets the mentality. He gets the Pep way of doing it. And he had a few little mistakes in him in his early career, but that's because he was young. Now, every performance, he's a polished performance. Clean, polished, gets the job done, holding his own. I, for one, I've got no problem with Rico Lewis at right back and coming in that inverted role. I think that this is his standout season for Rico, and he fully deserves it. What an absolute top kid. Brilliant lad. Does a lot for charities. Anytime we've needed help with anything, if any City fans have passed away and we've needed something, Rico Lewis has always come up and delivered. You know what I mean? So off the pitch, he's a gentleman, and on the pitch, he's a class player. So looking forward to Rico. Midfield, Bernardo Silva, Kovacic, De Bruyne. It's been a great midfield. Obviously, I expect Rodri to come back in, but Kovacic experience is really shining through now. I feel like, he's getting a lot of game time, and his quality. I feel like there's nobody better in tight spaces than Kovacic. If you press him so tight, I feel like he can get out of that space and he drives with the ball, and he creates more space, driving into open space, and he's a big key of what we've been doing this season. The winging situation, Savinho, obviously unfortunate with the injuries, we just mentioned it. Doku started the season well, you know what I mean? I feel like, I said it on the first review of the season, we're going to have some fantastic games this season with Doku, Savinho, and we're also going to have a little bit of frustration. So I think we've just got to brace ourselves as fans for that, you know what I mean? Because it is going to get a bit wild, but we look exciting. We look energetic. We look reborn on the flanks. Do you know what I mean? Finally, wingers that are going to go on the outside. And I feel like Big Erling in the middle is going to thrive. It's going to thrive from it. Somebody did say to me, Steve, what do you think of the transfer window? Not getting a striker in. Do you think City are light up front? We don't know, Blues. We don't know. If Erling doesn't play and we play a false nine and we don't score a goal in the game, everyone's going to panic. We know that. We're City fans. That's what we do. But Pep obviously feels like he's got it covered. He feels like he's got options. He feels like that false nine position, he can play it. These Bernardo can go in there. Phil can go in there. Grealish can go in there. So I don't think he's worried. And with City, they won't buy for the sake of buying. They won't just buy someone for the sake of it. We did sign the young striker from West Ham, Divin Mudaba, or Mubaba, whatever he's called. He's very young and raw. Whether they're going to put him on the edge of the first team, I don't know. He could be that backup that comes on 20 minutes, 15 minutes near the end, causes a bit of chaos. We don't know, but be very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. But it was a signing of Gundogan for me. We said it, that clinched it. I feel like everyone calmed down. As soon as we got the Gundogan signing, everyone thought, hold on, Ilkay can replace Rodri. Ilkay can go in a false nine. We've got a great player on a free. We know what we're getting. He's adding massive, massive, massive impact to the dressing room. And yeah, buzzing with it. Other news that broke as we speak here. The trial for the 115 charges starts on Monday. A lot of people asking me my opinion on it. I am exactly the same as you guys. I am just a fan. I have no idea what's going on. I am waiting for it with bated breath. I've told you I'm sticking my colours to the mast with the chairman and the club. I've got no reason not to back the club. We as Blues have been always been told the truth off the club. And when Khaldoon come out and said he looked forward to giving the irrefutable evidence, I believe that's a strong and powerful statement, because I don't think he tells lies. I don't think he's going to say something like that if he hasn't got the evidence. So we look forward to it. And we there is a cloud in the background, that other people and other fans and journalists and pundits and all that are always going to throw at us. So it's better to get it cleared. Let's get it cleared. Let's get it out of the way. Let's get the facts on the table. Let's see what's happening. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of nonsense and plenty of stuff written in the next few weeks, trying to overshadow what we're doing in the league and overshadow what we're doing on the pitch. But us as fans, let's just focus on the pitch. Focus on what's going on the pitch. Don't let this court case knock anyone's eye off the ball this season. Let's just, you know, concentrate what we do best. Get behind the boys at Brentford. Get behind the boys at Inter Milan. Big game against Arsenal coming up. Definitely things are going to come out before the Arsenal game. Try and unearth everybody. We can't let that happen. You know what I mean? We're not that fan base. We can see through that bullshit. We've just got to make sure we're on the ball. And listen, at the end of the day, we're only supporters. We're not on trial. I'm not on trial. You're not on trial. We're just supporters. We're backing our club, you know, and we'll back them to the end. And at the end of it, there'll be a conclusion. It'll either be a good one or a bad one. If it's a good one, happy days. They'll still say it's bad anyway. They'll still say we paid them off anyway. We're never going to win. If it's a bad one and things have happened that we're not happy about as supporters, then us as fans have got to have a conversation, and we'll come across that bridge when we come to it. But other than that, now at the minute, there's nothing else to talk about. The one about the sponsorship apparently has been done and dusted. I read something this morning, I think on City Extra, saying Manchester City have had some small victories. Well, we'll see. We've seen Leicester go last week, clear the name, and get some victories against the Premier League. So, you know, Manchester City, best lawyers in the world. You know, the odds are, I think we've got the best legal team in the world on it. So let's see. Let's see how it goes. But as far as football concerns, we've got Inter Milan as well, midweek in the Champions League. You know, good to see Inter Milan after the Istanbul night where we won the Champions League. Fantastic team, European heritage. To come into the Etihad, tough place to go. So we need to be on it with that. And other than that, Blues, there's not an awful lot going around. We just need to get back on the horse, keep moving and keep going. I want to do a big shout out to the Art of Football, who sent me this lovely T-shirt and some hoodies and stuff. And to be fair, I've not had it off. It's a great T-shirt. It's got the old kits on it. Really well made. And usually people send me T-shirts, I'll wear it for them. With this one, I'm going to say, listen, if you buy something from these guys, you won't be disappointed. The hoodie's got embroidered kits on it, and it's absolutely bang on. Honestly, bang on. There was an inbox in my Instagram this week. There's a young Manchester City fan who passed away. I think he was called Mike Mitton. He was a big, massive blue. I've had all his family talking to me about him. He sounded like an absolute brilliant guy. He went 38 out of 38 the treble season. He's the life and soul of his group of mates, and apparently he's came home from holiday and they found him passed away. They have no idea what's happened at the minute. Don't think there's any suspicious circumstances. They've just found him when they've come home. So his family are absolutely distraught. But they're asking all City fans to do a clap on 26 minutes. If you look on my story on Instagram, there's a GoFundMe page for the family. Unexpected funeral costs if you want to contribute there. But yeah, it's sad. He's one of our own. We did the first game of the season. We clapped that young lad who passed away in the car crash. This week it's Mike. It's not good. It's not good, people. But I wish all Mike's friends and family peace. And I hope that the 26-minute, the Man City fans do you proud and give him a clap. And yeah, once a blue, always a blue. And rest in peace, Mike. So yeah, that's a bit of sad news. I'm going to touch on it because people want me to touch on it. You might have seen it the last week. Me and Mark Goldbridge, Brent, Bart, whatever his name is, had a little set to. It wasn't a set to on my behalf. He mentioned in a podcast he didn't know who I was. So I just fired back and said, you do know who I was. Last year in Dublin, you got your production team to get a video of me and you cut it up and you edited it and you put it on your big screen in the live show, the Dublin show. So you do know who Big Steve is. And I also sent the messages on Instagram where the United Stand, his channel, have asked me 3 times to go on their channel and do a preview. And all 3 times I've told you no, because it's not what I do, especially not people like him. You know what I mean? And he's upset about it. And all the minions, the bedroom minions, the Goldbridge minions came out. They are all upset about it. Then he started having a rant about fans that go to the games, think they're better than other fans and all that. To me, that's a cop-out. To me, that's trying to assemble the bedroom army. That's trying to make people who think that way feel good at the end of the day. But we are different. I said that to him. We are different, Brent. You know, I go week in, week out. I've got no interest in YouTube. I've got no interest in views. I've got no interest in growing my platform. That is why I do 1 video a week. If I was asked about doing YouTube and views, I'd be doing 4 videos a week and I'd be talking about you every day and all the other idiots trying to get my profile up, but I'm not. So I come on here, I do my previews, I talk about Manchester City Football Club, I go on TikTok, I do my little match previews, and that's it. So that's where it lies, people. There's no beef. There's no this. There's no that. I'm on a totally different planet to him. At the end of the day, one of us is earning great money, yeah, doing this. One of us don't give a shit about the dough, yeah, and that's me. One of us can walk to the Etihad Stadium, probably get stopped 10, 15 times, take a few pictures, have a chat about football, have a laugh with everybody, go in the stadium, shake a lot of people's hands, watch the game, and go home. Because my supporters, you guys, always treat me brilliant and say I represent the club well. The other one, he's literally in his bedroom with no mates, can't go to the game. His own fan base are doing TikToks now, slagging him off, saying they stand with Big Steve. And yeah, it's sad. So it's that old thing, innit? You might have the money, Mark. Fair play to you if that's what you want to do. And you might be earning a few quid. Great, because you are good at what you're doing. But I'd rather be able to go to the match, mate, and watch my team. I'd rather be able to go to any ground in the country and have people shake my hand and say, you know what, Steve, we think you're a real fan, mate. You're a good lad. You go home and away and you're good. I'd rather be doing things for charity and looking after people and helping City fans with mental health and stuff like that, which I do constantly, but I don't film it, you know what I mean, and do it. But they know who they are and they know what they're doing. So that's where the difference lands. And you know, when people that want to watch him, it's all fake. You know, I could smash my computer up and fall on the floor and talk like fucking Jimmy Cranky when City get a goal scored against them. And I'm sure people would love to see it and think I'm having a meltdown. But it's not me. Try and stay real. Try and be honest. You know what I mean? I'm not that guy. When we play United, I'll give United a bit of shit. When we play Liverpool, I'll give Liverpool shit. When we play in Arsenal, we'll give Arsenal shit. But I ain't just making random videos for the sake of it. You know what I mean? Because it's not me. But anyway, people, enough of that clown. You know, he's still not come back on the debate that I offered him. He shit himself there. We've had some Misfits boxing people message about fighting. They must be deluded because that ain't ever going to happen, is it? Because he's going to get out of his bedroom, unless we have a bedroom fucking tear up. So, but yeah, it's daft, it's stupid. He's forgot about, I proved to everybody that he's a liar. He talks shit and he's trying to pick at people now to get another avenue and another revenue stream because he's lost his job on TalkSport and he clearly, the numbers must be low. But hey ho, it is what it is, people. Do you know what I mean? I'm Big Steve. I'm out here. I'm representing the City fans. You know, I'm doing my best and I'm always trying to keep it real and honest, and that's the way it is. But Man City, Brentford weekend, let's go and get the 3 points. Let's crank that pressure up, ready for Inter Milan. And then we've got a big one next week against Arsenal, where we need everyone together in that stadium and crank it up another level. But please hit a like on the stream. Please follow my content on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, at Big Steve MCFC. And if I see you at the game on Saturday, come and say hello. A lot of people always say, I seen you, but I didn't want to say out. No problem to me. Come and say hello. Come and have a chat about football, whatever you want to do. And 115 charges, don't worry about it. Lord Panic has got the briefcase ready. And Caldoon has got the boys assembled. And first day of court, Man City are going in there. Proper firm. Let's have it. Up the Blues.